aligned. We have an attorney that we can recommend afterwards. Sometimes, people will ask me always, what's the next cost? If I pay for a forensic audit, what am I going to pay after that to hire an attorney? And a lot of times, an attorney will charge you $2,000 to $2,500 just to write a simple demand letter. We have attorneys right now that will do it for anywhere from $500 to $850. They'll file complaints with HUD. They'll file complaints with the lender, the title company, all types of stuff just to push your deal through the process. And it's a lot quicker. If you're sitting there, worried about getting a loan modification approved, or you're still in a teaser rate and nobody's communicated with you, you feel like the system's backed up, this is kind of like the fast pass at Cedar Point. It's something that you can take immediately and start, maybe not immediately, but you can take it and start getting results.
Right. And if you're in a position where the only thing that you can afford to have done is just a forensic audit, you can't, if you don't have the money for an attorney, you can negotiate your own better workout program or short sale yourself. You can also have your real estate agent do it if your real estate agent doing a short sale. Another option that we've had some clients go through with, and this is, I can't say that this is going to be as good as finding one of Drew's databases, one of his attorneys that he works with that specialize in foreclosure defense. But if you absolutely cannot afford something like that, you can call your state bar and ask your state bar for a list of attorneys that are doing pro bono work. And if you give that pro bono attorney a already done forensic audit, they can work on that for you. I would try to definitely find one that has experience with foreclosure defense, and then they can get credit for hours of a certain amount of pro bono work that they've done, which looks good for them and is sometimes even required in certain states. So that's an option you can certainly look into. Just like Google your bar, like we're in Florida. I think the bar website for Florida is floridabar.org. So just Google your state bar, and that's another option that that you may have.
Yeah, we had a client that actually recently went to court. His for sale date was the day of, and he waited till the last minute to get this audit into us. Well, he took the audit into court and represented himself. He met up with a pro bono attorney that was actually at the court, and they actually were able to save his house using some of the statutes and case law within the forensic audit. So it's exciting. He was able to prolong it enough, and now he's meeting with another attorney to see what they can do.
So now we're going to get a little bit technical. This is not really anything that you really have to know, but Drew, talk about like compliance. What kind of specific violations are you seeing in these loans that were written between 2002 and 2006?
Perfect.
Or 2001 and 2006?
Now don't fall asleep, you guys. Write this stuff down because it is important. These are the different things we're looking for. We're looking for RESPA, TILA, any predatory lending, and any HOPA as well. I'm just going to give you an example of what a major violation would be. If you were quoted an interest rate and then 3 days later went to the table and the interest rate changed, that's a violation in RESPA, a major violation. There's a lot of penalties and fees on that. If you weren't disclosed all of the yield spread premium, and yield spread premium is the commission that the mortgage banker was making, then that's a huge violation. In some situations, we've actually had clients get a check back to them for that RESPA violation. We have a check for $15,000 that somebody got back because the lender failed to disclose the amount of money that the mortgage banker was making on the back end. And I remember specifically, like a lot of those stated income loans, a lot of the subprime loans, if you had a low credit score during 2001 to 2007, there was a good chance you were put in a subprime loan. A lot of that yield spread was not disclosed. Predatory lending, or discrimination. That's probably the number one biggest thing that we can use to leverage results. In predatory lending can be something as simple as that interest rate deficiency. Somebody saying it was going to be something, maybe not getting your GFE 3 days before, signing the 3-day GFE, and then getting the closing table and having just one thing that was messed up, whether it was an escrow or taxes or anything in there. It can be a whole gamut of different information. And then appraisal as well. If an appraiser was raising the bar to try to get you more cash out to pay debt or whatever was happening, that could be a violation as well. So lots of big stuff. I know it's boring, you guys. With the appraisal, we review for any weaknesses in the report. If there's an indication it was not in reasonable shape or the amount of money that was paid for it, that could be a violation as well.
And this is just kind of something that we've been talking about predatory lending. I think I actually went to my bank and I actually saw this guy behind the counter.
Yeah, this is the predator, you guys. This was happening a lot. I've talked with bankers that were part of major corporations, and one of the stories was that I've heard recently is that on Friday they would bring in all these loans that people were trying to get approved for in these 50-gallon trash dumpsters, and they would dump them all out, and they would have like a pizza party. And at the same time as eating pizza, they would scroll through all these docs and try to see how many they could push through. It was basically like a field day of free money is the way that it was. And that's kind of why we're in this predicament as it is. Lots of predatory lending was happening. Lots of very big things to cause damage to your financial situation. But there is hope, you guys.
Right. So basically, here's why we're here. We've given you some information. We've talked about utilizing a forensic audit to gain leverage against the bank and basically saying, hey, listen, you guys violated this, 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 and this. So either let's take care of this, let's approve the short sale, let's get a principal reduction, or else.
Or let's get a workout. Even if it's not a principal reduction, what if we lower your payment? What if we extend the term out to where your payment is lowered or the attorney does it? I mean, that's something that we're not doing. We're providing the factual data. We're doing the audit. But this is what the attorney needs or you need to create that leverage.
Exactly. So your step-by-step instructions, your homework assignment is basically to get all of your original loan docs and your appraisal to the person that referred you to this video. Yeah. And if you don't have, basically that big packet that the closing agent handed you that you stuffed in your drawer and never looked at, that's basically what we're talking about. If you don't have that, you can call the title company that did the original that did the loan where you did the closing at, and they're probably going to have records of it. And the other option is to call your bank, and you can also get the person that referred this video to help you out with that. The forensic audit will be done in about 5 to 7 days. And then once that's done, you can start negotiating your short sale workout yourself. You can use a good real estate agent, or you can retain one of our foreclosure defense attorneys from our network, and that's probably the best option. So that's really all we have for today. If you have any questions, refer to the person that referred this video to you. And anything else you'd like to say before we sign off, Drew?
That's it, you guys. I know it's a stressful situation going through this. The clients that we've helped throughout this process, in the beginning, they're kind of like, well, is this really going to work? But it does. We've seen success story after success story of people that have gone through the program, and this has literally made an impact on their life. Maybe they didn't lose their house. Maybe the short sale went through quicker, so they didn't have to worry about moving their family to a different district where they couldn't live to go to the school that the kids were in, or whatever. Whatever your situation may be, there is hope. The worst thing that you could possibly do, and I say this with the rest of my companies, whether it be in credit or debt settlement or forensic audits, is this syndrome that we've developed as Americans and people, where a light will hit you when you're in the middle of the road, almost like a deer, and it blinds you. And you have to decide to cross the road or stand in the middle of the road and get hit. Right now, you may be in a situation to where you're completely just out in the middle of the road. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to listen to. But if you don't make a decision, if you don't move forward, you guys, with this, or any help for that matter, you're going to get hit. And that's the last thing we want to see. We're here to help you. The person that referred you to this video is only trying to help you out. So get them all this information. We look forward to processing your forensic audit and helping you push this through and move it forward.
All right. Awesome, guys. See you.